Welcome back, Corleans, to more Stasis. The vaporizer lies broken beyond repair. Wrestled from their upright position, the vaporization chambers are now resting idly on the floor. This bitch got fucked up. A network of green vines snakes across every surface. This door appears to be locked. The polished metal plaque is engraved with the slogan, "Gardening, just another day at the plant." Dr. Sebastian Gray. Finally, we have more room on the Lasani Harvelia Street, which I've been working on so hard. It stays like this that humanity truly proves why it crawled out of the ocean before any other. My section has been expanded. I have more staff, true, but they are drones and have little other function. Now we can expand the research potential of Project Kitchen Knife and see what else the plants can yield. The oxygen production rate is quite unlike anything my initial projections could have predicted. Last year it became the worst kept secret on Groom Lake, and all of a sudden I had more interns than I could comfortably employ. Their only function is to stumble about the place and ask troublesome questions that I have little time to answer. If only our world was more like that of insects. I have plenty of workers and drones, but none of the unwavering loyalty. Bees work and work, the faith in their queen unquestioning and constant. That kind of loyalty is beyond price. These interns of mine have their uses, I suppose. We always need volunteers willing to get close to the queen. Am I surrounded by incompetence? One of those imbecilic interns got too close to the queen and she showed him her affection. Quite amusing, though. None to him. This means that I must attend another accident debriefing with the board, though Dr. Mellon does love to test me. I see him up on the hearing bench, and he grins at me, that supercilious look that he has perfected over the years. I suppose that I have him to thank for my current position. It was his recommendation to the board that made them hire me in the first place. Still, I believe he has come to enjoy these little power plays. He does so like to keep me under his heel. That, my dear doctor, is only a temporary situation. Once this project is complete, the chess game that we play will so often no longer only be our only battleground. Regarding the project, some of the bug eggs have failed to hatch properly. I suspect that is why the queen was more aggressive than usual. There are more than enough drones to continue the collection work. Their unique chemical properties are doing wonders for these plants. Although I'm running short on interns, I'm prepared to work in close proximity to them since the last incident. The worker I appreciate the most is Akiza. I was astonished to discover that she is related to the legendary Dr. Tenshu of the Eugenic Wars. I did consider mentioning it to her, but I sense she's oddly ashamed to have him as her ancestor. If it wasn't for men like him, our profession would be a hollow shell of what it is now. Then again, if it wasn't for him, genetic research wouldn't have been put back on by several generations, now would it? The ethical quandaries we face as men of science. The insects are restless. They rumble on their apiaries and are more aggressive than usual. My personal deduction is that the presence of marine thugs aboard the ship are the cause. Armed guards all over the place. I was stopped by one the other day and asked me for my reasons going into hydroponics. Well, after explaining I was head of the damn project, I had the guard removed from his post and then the ship. This is insanity. How am I expected to progress with these thugs around? I recall complaining about the innuation of interns. If only they were still here now. Both Ivan and Theodore disappeared from their rooms last night. I've had to speak with security about their whereabouts. They were Akiza's assistants, and now the production of the Queen's royal jelly has slowed exponentially. It's been a huge blow, but a rather extraordinary anomaly has appeared in the growth pods, and hitherto undiscovered a strain of fungus. Its origin is something of a mystery to me. This fungal growth fascinates. At first I was common garden variety mold, but after substantial analysis performed by Akiza, it seems the harbor neuron activity. That is to say, it seems to exhibit rudimentary signs of intelligence. We've certainly created some unusual species on this deck, but the idea of the quasi-intelligent fungus growing and evolving to its own volition is exciting and frankly frightening. I've asked Akiza and the remnants of her team to cultivate it, but exhibit caution in where it spread. I was asked by one of Dr. Milan's assistants if the fungal substance discovered growing in the bowels of the ship had anything to do with us. I lied, of course, but this is becoming alarming. Our experiments flourished at first. We may have lost more staff recently, but our experiments have been very fruitful indeed. Confidentiality, the properties of the fungus is both extraordinary and terrifying. It has the remarkable ability to take control of living subjects' central nervous system and hypothalamus. As observed in a monkey we used for testing, The monkey shrieked and thrashed in rage for the first few days after it was exposed, and then became quiet, observant, and uncannily intelligent. It's certainly aggressive, but then again, which viruses aren't? No. We've officially lost control of the deck. Eden now truly belongs to the beast. We've seen strange things. I watched as the fungus took control of this deck as it spread through the staff, and much to my shame, I watched their deaths and examined their bodies. Nobody can cross the pods because the bugs are so aggressive that when Solomon went through in a rat suit, they ripped it from his body and stung him to death. It took mere moments. Still, I live in hope that the insects will remember me, their creator, and perhaps see me as one of their own. This guy's obviously gone fucking crazy. Dr. Gray, I do not wish to seem unprofessional or impolite, but I would ask that you not press me on the subject of my ancestry any further. I was nearly refused entry into medical school on basis of my family's background, and the torment I suffered at the hands of my school peers regarding my great-uncle was unbearable. I'm fully aware of the actions. I've seen countless photographs and documents and consequences on his work. I took this position to change our world for the better, not to be reminded of the skeletons in my family's closet. I've enjoyed our working relationship. Thus far, Dr. Gray, I'd prefer my family history no longer be topic of our conversation. Thank you for understanding. Akiza. Oriental bitch. Dr. Gray, I enjoyed our meal yesterday. It was refreshing to hear a man so outspoken on the ship. I appreciate your candor, and I do agree that perhaps it's time the board was shaken up a little. Although this is merely an observation rather than an action plan, I think the top leadership needs some new blood. I'd second you if you decided to take and challenge the shelf. Your impeccable scientific pedigree more than qualifies you. By the way, did you know that they were keeping that new cargo? It seems rather like a waste of resources. If they won't even tell us where it is. Regards, Dr. E.F. Wade. Static field monitor. This is an evaluation platform for specimens and samples to be inserted into the glass chamber. Go ahead and patch that right up.
Vaporizer activated.
Boom shakaraka. Hiss indicates the oxygen collection tank continues to cycle. The soft mechanical inhalation sound is audible here, while the tank collects oxygen produced by the room's abundant plant. A tank to collect the oxygen produced by the bountiful fauna of hydroponics. Chris Rogers, dead as fuck. The tree is a perfect example of the species that has been gene-tailored for generations to grow perfectly in hydroponic environment. On vessels, lunar stations, and asteroid mining settlements. Charles Young, or slaughtered corpses. The fan spins sluggishly as the vines through the gap in the blades begin to wrap around. This fan's constant spin sends a heady blend of botanical scents to the room. This fan suspends sluggishly as the vines. Blah blah blah. Okay, they're all the same.
Oxygen levels increasing.
Shit! You got fucked up. Let's try that again without getting embraced by the insect swarm.
Oxygen levels increasing.
Take some queen pheromone.
I hate bugs.
That'll get rid of those bastards.
Oxygen levels increasing to dangerous levels. Oxygen levels pose a fire hazard. CSEC has been notified.
It's beautiful.
The oxygen garden's my favourite part of any ship. Green, full, natural.
The vines surround this body so completely that you're surprised when you notice it still draws breath, conscious. His soul must have been resting here for a while, unless the vines grew incredibly quickly. Every so often, the overflow from this collection pool spews onto the human form below, anointing its face with water. The leaves hanging near this fan rustle softly as they sway slowly in the breeze. This bridge spans a pair of observation platforms. Frank Fleury, bartender. You almost expect to see some kind of simian beast shimmying along the vines. We got a flare from the dead corpse there.
Oh, God. God.
She's encrusted with fungus and vines, the human nerve center for the twisting growths around her. Appallingly, she is still alive.
I can get you out. I can cut you free.
I'm not gonna kill you. You can kill yourself. Here you go.
I'm gonna help you. I'm gonna help you end this. But you need to help me first. I don't need you to leave. I need you to crack this flare. The oxygen will ignite. Then you will die.
vital temperatures detected. Plug suit has regulated body temperature to benchmark level.
The fire systems just went haywire over here, John. What did you do?
I cleared the vines.
With a flamethrower?
Something like that.
Fire in Oxygen Gardens 1, 3, 5, 6, 9. Fire in Oxygen Gardens 2, 7, 8. Fire suppression system activated. Warning. Fire suppression system compromised. Warning.
Shit! Oxygen production has been compromised. Are the biomes still intact? Oh, God, please don't say to burn them out.
Just the one on this level.
It's caused a chain reaction, John. They're all going up. We have a time limit now. Hours at most.
Get my daughter right now.
What have you done?
Listen to me.
Fire cleansers. Mr. Marachek, I'm gonna make sure you burn for what you and your friends have done to me. To my home!
Oh, please. I have nothing to do with this.
You won't get much further. Goodbye.
Shit here. Where is Rebecca?
She's in a containment area at the other end of Seed.
Alright, power pad. The high voltage wireless power pad provides a portable energy source for engineers and mechanics. Ooh, a toolbox.
Looks like this place is being expanded.
Seed was always expanding. That place scares me.
Thanks.
Sorry.
Floodlight illuminates the work area efficiently, giving off much needed heat. Most of the room has been covered in heavy-duty plastic sheeting. The area seems to have undergone renovation. Somebody needs to take some Pepto-Bismol. Let's save the game before we get another suicide achievement with the high-temperature slug gun. Guess I didn't do it quick enough. Maybe it's not loaded. Never mind. High voltage wireless power pad provides portable energy source for it. Oh, okay, we gotta stand on the power pad, I bet. That's right. Still not working.
think that will just break it.
I don't know, not sure how to get that achievement. Have to do some research on that one.
Warning. Halo thing hepatotoxicity is at an elevated level.
That robot just shredded me. Like a little bitch.
Halo thing hepatotoxicity is at an elevated level.
That sucks.
Warning. Halo thing hepatotoxicity is at an elevated level.
I don't got time to listen.
The words. I can't even.
What do you see?
What kind of a monster would do this? These women. These poor women. This is torture. This is.
Science.
Seated in the chair is a woman in her mid-30s, head shaved, limbs atrophied. Tumescent in pregnancy. She's connected to a machine that feeds and sedates her. She's trying to communicate, but her words are little more than slurred vowels. Her throat is dry and she is clearly extremely weak. You remember seeing Renaissance-era sculptures of nuns in Holy Communion. Their eyes rolled back, bodies contorting in ecstasy, ecstatic agony. There's a hint of that expression across this unconscious woman's face. This lithium-ion fuel cell provides high-density energy storage and remote wireless charging. Give me. The awful engorged placenta hangs like a ripened fruit. A sack of organic matter sways peacefully in its slumber, punctuated by a pulsating movement from within. There's a calmness about the suspended womb, but the pungent smell of amniotic fluid makes prolonged observation unbearable. An organic pulsating fluid sac holds the fetus, an external placenta. There is something noticeably peculiar about this artificial placenta. On closer inspection, there are tiny, ragged apertures across its surface, almost as if it's been eaten, at from within. The fluid sac rocks gently to and fro, containing neither a human nor animal, but a medical marvel nonetheless. Although it is only a wall of gauges, they cluster and protrude like the offspring birds on a Suriname toad's back. Portable defibrillator.
A defibrillator. And it looks like it's fully charged. These women must have families and lives.
You can't do anything for them now. Soon this ship will run out of oxygen. They won't be in pain for much longer.
A second in this place is more torture than anyone should bear.
Alright, we need to take out this mangy-ass robot.
Don't worry. I'm here. I'm gonna help you. Soon you'll be out of here. This is just a bad dream.
Portable gurney, a wheeled stretcher to transport the sick and injured easily, but to where? Disconnecting these poor women from the machines and wheeling them away on this gurney would be an easy choice if it weren't for the fact that such an act would surely kill them. Spilled water. Missed this punk ass.
That's just crazy. Although,
there's some spilled water here. Gotcha, bitch! The sentry robot sits motionless as a wisp of smoke twirls from its burning CPU.
easy does it. God, I just hate it. Got it.
Check out the mutagen laboratory. Fantastic.
How can we allow this?
This is the purpose of the group. It's not on Earth. People can't see it, so they don't care.
But if they knew...
So what?
Standard-looking human skeleton. Corpse of a creature Higgs preserved. Maybe it been a twin. Two heads are fused together into a pair of spines. Each spine wraps around the other like a gnarled mountain range. Medical schools ever feature bodies that are so grossly exhibit their internal organs? One of the failed experiments, a lump of organs held together by a wrinkled skin. Bone pokes through the flesh in spots. In the aftermath of this body's evisceration, you can't tell whether its legs were removed or whether it ever had any. A highly unusual form of rejection such as this has been observed before manifesting into this hybrid. It is entirely possible that the mutagenic compounds used to synthesize the hybrid DNA was faulty in this particular instance. Usually with any rejection there is a sign of initial bonding and then breakdown. In the case, there was absolutely no bonding attempted whatsoever. Given the thoroughness in which we create DNA, I suspect that the centrifuge machine for this particular batch was faulty. Repair and maintenance check of this machine is ordered immediately. Destroy what remains and also destroy the fetus. So we have a bunch of failed experiments, conjoined twin hybrids.
If they were more open, this wouldn't happen.
Open to who? The people? Governments?
Other corporations.
What cost?
A bit of our humanity, I suppose.
Two bodies conjoined at the head share one brain. It doesn't even seem that the brain is up to the task of coordinating movement between the two bodies. This appalling, distended creature appears to be a hybrid. Although what is unknown, it's not completely human, that much is absolutely certain. Pulsating mass of flesh and bone, a hideous algorithm of flesh and bone. Limbs just haphazardly form its mass. It sports a human head that gurgles out of sync with the pulsing of its other parts. Dr. Clifford Backman. Hey, said I'd never make it to 60. Ha! 85, you fuckers. Old and still cooking with gas. 3 bastard kids, and I outlived them all. Okay, so I was young when I had them. Those girls never even knew I was the father, of course. I had to switch the DNA sample so they didn't know that little shits were mine. Too old for all that, but you never completely lose your eye for the ladies. I might have false teeth, Dr. Milan, but I'm no moron. Look at humanity, I'm a sociopath, an alleged rapist of women. But your little speech to the crew was less sincere than anything I could say with a straight face. At least you know how to turn a blind eye. Whenever I have to get rid of troublesome subjects, right, Milan? The new gas for the chambers is working splendidly. An improved kill rate of 60% on the old formula. I watch those poor fuckers writhe and die. We have a viewing window now. We'll just make sure it's done. If I were a moral man, I'd call it perverse. It's lucky for Project C that I couldn't give a shit. I thrive when I don't have an answer for everyone with a conscience. This will not do, not at all. I need more subjects. The rejection ratio of the DNA splicing is stratospheric. So not only do I need more bodies, but I need better ones. They bring me imports and strays, but the best results are achieved with crew members. One cannot prey too often on those, of course, no matter the need. My chosen ones were always those who wouldn't be missed. The furnaces are inadequate for my disposal requirements. I'm told they're so hot that they could destroy dark matter. They seem slow to respond when burning flesh, though. The smell is hardly pleasant either. It reminds me of the injured dog I found as a little boy growing up in Missouri. He looked at me with pleading look, that kind of sick patient gives a doctor they trust absolutely. Naturally, I stomped on the mongrel's head. It was a mercy. There are too many in society who have similarly damaged disposition. It's a kindness to snuff out their worthless lives. I must get more pathway. A little prick to Santos is usually more forthcoming with its ingredients, but he says his own suppliers are having problems. I know you, Sid DeSantos. You're not a real doctor. I know the kind. I have 5 fucking PhDs, and I can tell when men have been hired on their instincts rather than their knowledge. Meanwhile, cutting and splicing continues. Oh, and Charlotte, we all know about your little experiment, you stupid bitch. First she kills her partner by accidentally exposing him to a lethal virus, and then she goes gaga for him? That's the sort of beautiful incompetence that slays me. I spent years perfecting the art of the kill, making a murder appear a mishap. She went and did it all completely by accident. What perfect nonsense. I held the subject down today and used my surgical hammer to cave in his windpipe. Then I gouged out his eyes and tried to rip his jaw from its socket. My goodness, what an outburst. I'm becoming careless. I need more pathway. Dr. Milan is starting to worry about my tendencies cannot be controlled. He need not worry. I'm still focused on seed. Seed is still just that, a seed. This chrysalis will soon break open and blossom. The successful bred Homo novi waits in their containment cells, while their unsuccessful brethren reduced to a viral mulch that's already breached the containment seals of the ship. Its genetic makeup might be little more than trash, but it's astoundingly tenacious. I have to respect that, which kills with such efficiency. I woke up in the emergency room today. Somebody found me on the stairs. I can't remember much. What I do know is that both my fucking legs are in cast. I better get comfortable because Dr. Graham says that I'll be in here for at least a month. We die as the Novi cut us down. I'm not ready to be replaced by a new species. Our creation are impressive, but I don't share Milan's fanaticism for what is happening here. I must try to make sure one of the lifeboats is available for me. A shame there was not another for that delectable young thing. What was her name? Callister? I would have liked to have her around when the ship was going to hell. She's dead, however. How unfortunate. I may be old, but I'll tear anyone who tries to stop me from leaving apart at the limbs. I have to survive police investigations, cold cases, vengeful spouses, and idealistic lab hands. I'll gut any shitbag trying to prevent my escape. That includes you, Milan. I will jab out your fucking eyeballs and eat them before I submit to you. Dr. Marvin DeSantos. And that bitch from shipping won't get off my back, I say. Fuck a girl real good and she keeps coming crawling back. She doesn't get out of my hair. I'll have to move off the ship. Dr. Milan is a prick, but he looks after me like that. I gotta say, being on Project Seed is awesome, man. Okay, so we gotta do some pretty noxious shit, but in exchange, I got a lot of protection. And an honorary title. board, sure, but my own private lab is where it manufactures Backman's pathway shit. Funny, I never realized how dependent these smartasses of science are on drugs. Personally, never touch the stuff. You gotta have your wits about you, man. Especially around here. Wow. Dr. Williams, Charlotte. I never would have figured that uptight woman was a slut, but holy hell, she just gave me the ride of my fucking life. Who'd have thought it? Snaky lace under that lab coat of hers, and for a woman in her mid-40s, a body that makes you want to get on your knees and howl at the moon. Ahoo! Against that table, pressed up against the viewport windows, on top, underneath, like a freaking rattlesnake, man. Of course, he's Looney Tunes. Probably thinks I'm her dead husband or some shit. Like I give a fuck. As long as she keeps coming to me to fulfill her needs. Crazy but smart, and she has no idea how much I know about her little project. I saw the details. People just think I'm smack-talking smartass, but I've been training on the Groom Lake since I was 16. I studied chemistry and genetics, aced all that shit too. She thinks I'm too stupid to understand. Think I could have got myself in too deep here. The drug thing was fine, but this whole industrial espionage thing is kind of freaky. I don't think Dr. Milan knows. I know Lincoln watches me with an eagle eye, but he can't know for sure. If he did, he'd eject my ass from the ship with the rest of the failed hybrids, but goddamn, the money is good. I earned my year's salary by sending some info to Black Star Industries. My contact gave me more money than I could conceive for leaking one report. One! I met the guy while I was on leave. He was a smug dickhead. Someone knew what I did, then he flashed the cash. I've got no loyalties to the company, and I know how Dr. Milan treats loyal staff. The guy can turn on a dime when it suits him. I've heard of weird shit going on down in the decks below. The seed has me feeling it'll be soon time to get the hell out of Dodge, pronto. One or two more reports might just give me what I need. Nobody knows about my little act of espionage, but who cares? The ship is falling apart. Some of those fucked up things the Backman and Milan made are on the prowl. I stashed away my cash as soon as I heard things were going wrong, but money ain't gonna make a spit's worth of difference if we all get killed. Milan's taking this all way too calmly. Actually, I'd say he's enjoying all this. Came into the lab this morning. He still makes all the reports to the lab. He was grinning the whole damn time. His eyes all red like he was coming down from a high. The guy does not need drugs for a high. His general fucked upness is what he rides on. And here was me thinking Backman was the crazy one. It's just us. Oh God. Not even Backman's around now. Charlotte was dragged away to the labs a few days ago. We're sealed off on the other decks. I reckon it's only a matter of time before Milan decides to do something about me too. I've been living on this ship for years. I know about hidden passages